Hello and welcome. We're going to give a few minutes for everyone to hop on here. And right off the bat, for everybody who is catching the replay of live stream, I want to let you know that I am going to be timestamping in the description box below when we cover certain topics. So that way you're able to just jump to whatever you want to watch. I know sometimes people who aren't part of the live stream, it can maybe be a little bit frustrating when we're catching up and, interacting with each other, and then we're getting back into the reading and so on and so forth. So I am going to be going back through over the next couple days and doing a few timestamps. And whoever is with us is going to be with us today. As always, whoever is meant to be here for the live stream will be here, and whoever is meant to watch the replay will watch the replay. Hello, Stanley. Welcome. Hello, Kelly. Oh, it's great to see you here. And hello, Amber. Oh, Happy New Year from Texas. Beautiful. Happy New Year from New England to you. Hello, Evelyn. All right, awesome. We got some people hopping on. Make sure to go ahead and hit that like button when you get in here. This helps the video get out to more people. I'm going to get better about reminding people to do that. We are going to be talking today about the 1-1 portal. So Happy New Year and happy 1-1 portal to everybody. We're also probably going to get into Capricorn season and this first half of January, the energies we're going to be experiencing. Hello, baby Buddha. Hello, Suzanne. I meant to do a Capricorn season video. However, during the holidays, my whole family had COVID. And so I'm still kind of moving through that energy right now, but definitely on the upside of it. So we were kind of, that kind of took us out for most of the holiday season here. Oh, Happy New Year from Iran. Oh, wow. I love seeing when we have people all over the world. And hello, Susie Sunshine. Hello, Amber. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And yeah, like I said, for everyone catching the replay, I am going to timestamp some stuff so that you can jump right to what you want to see, because we are going to spend a few minutes getting acquainted and saying hello to everyone and doing that whole thing, all that beautiful jazz. This is such a beautiful energy. I'm so grateful to be able to experience this all with you guys today. I wanted to do a live stream for New Year's Eve last night. I typically work New Year's Eve. But I, of course, was out with COVID, but I just wasn't quite where I needed to be in order to do that. So I just spent the night with my family and getting some more rest. But we're here today in these beautiful energies. Hello, Pamela. Oh, it's great to see you guys. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here. This is 2023 really in so many ways feels like a breath of fresh air. This is going to be a powerful year, you guys. And I am going to continue to be putting out the Zodiac peek into 2023 videos as we begin this first part of 2023. They are going to take a little bit of time, but I will get everyone's sign done within the next month or so. Hopefully they'll all get out. We got a whole year here. And so everything comes out in perfect divine timing, of course. Oh, thank you so much, Susie. Yes, we are feeling much better now. It was my son's first. He has an incredible immune system, and he's a really healthy kid overall. So he handled it like a champ, but this was his first time getting sick too. So that was definitely an interesting experience for all of us. Okay, so talking about these energies, how's everybody feeling right now? I titled this the 1-1 portal, a portal back to self, because that's the energy that I was really feeling surrounding this 1-1 portal. Of course, every time that we experience the 1-1 and this, what other people would call a New Year's Day, right? There is an emphasis on the energies of the number 1, which is all about independence, self-assertion, leadership, these different qualities, the self. We see that exemplified also by the first sign in the Zodiac, the 1 sign, which is, of course, the sign of Aries. And we've been talking a lot about these powerful Aries energies, what with Jupiter in Aries, and now not retrograding back into Pisces, but completing a full cycle in Aries now, and a full 12-year cycle just beginning. We've talked about a lot with these Aries energies, and of course that new moon in Capricorn at 1 degree of Capricorn, which is also an Arian degree. So we have a lot of that energy, but it's the energy of the self that I'm really feeling. First and foremost, this portal, it truly feels as though we are tapping back into the essence of ourselves. And anywhere where we may feel as though we have lost ourselves over the past year, perhaps over the past few years, we're really reclaiming the aspects of ourselves that we want to bring forward as we move forth into 2023 and beyond. We're coming back to those parts of ourselves that kind of fell by the wayside as we were dealing with all of the challenges and, of course, the triumphs as well that we've been experiencing over the last few years. So really reclaiming the essence of ourselves, our individuality, what makes us special, what makes us unique, what makes us, I wanted to say what makes us burn, right? That passion, reclaiming our voice and our ability to share that voice. There's a lot of energy of stepping back into ourselves, but as an even more empowered version of ourselves than we were before. So bringing all the good stuff, reclaiming the essence and the aspects of ourselves that we perhaps had to put on a shelf for a while, really stepping back into our skin, stronger than we were before. High vibrational frequency showering us. Absolutely, baby Buddha. Hello, Baymax. Happy New Year. Hello, Nikki. Yes, thank you for that reminder to everybody. Just cracked a beer. Ready for, I love that. Yes. Oh, it's actually really cool. In the Northeast, we had an incredibly warm New Year. So it was like 50 degrees today, which is unheard of for this time of year. Pretty wacky and wild, but definitely welcomed, I think. Hello, Ty. Yeah, exactly. Reclaimed. So that's the energy of this, the self reclaimed. And I know I've definitely been feeling that. I've been feeling like I'm tapping into more of myself, more of my authentic self. And this is the thing about it, is when we talk about a portal back to self, this is our authentic self, not the masks that we wear, not the identities, the ego identities that we've discarded that no longer fit, but the true authentic self. Really stepping back into that and embracing that and really finding our footing again is what it feels like. And we're going to, and yeah, that Jupiter in Aries, it's definitely a fresh start. Like we said, it's a brand new 12-year cycle. And I also felt with Jupiter hitting that 0 degrees of Aries point on the 20th of December, and then, of course, staying at that point all the way through the 29th, which is actually the start of the Mercury retrograde in Capricorn, which is going on right now. We're going to get into some of the energies, the planetary energies we're going to be experiencing during Capricorn season in the first part of January. A little later into this, I wanted to say into this broadcast, into this live stream. But Jupiter in Aries is really carrying forward, and we're going to feel the effects of that Capricorn new moon and that winter solstice energy. And if you guys didn't check out that video, absolutely do, because it's really, really powerful energy that we're working with. This new moon in Capricorn energy, this winter solstice energy, and we're going to be carrying that through. And Jupiter in Aries is going to give us the motivation to really put into practice all the things that came through, the intentions that we set during that new moon in Capricorn. And if you guys have not done that yet, there is no time like the present. Spirit wants us to, what Spirit told me today was that it really wants us to think of 5 main things, 5 main goals or intentions of what we want to experience in 2023, what we want to manifest, what we want our reality to be, and to have at least those main 5 goals. And it's actually really interesting. So I was reading, and thank you, Pete, for this. Pete from the Chosen 144 always talks about reality transurfing. So I've been reading that book, and it talks about letting go of all the extraneous goals. And so what that means is if we have like 500 different things that we're wanting to achieve or things that we're wanting to live up to, and we're carrying the weight of all of that on our shoulders, but we're not taking any strides toward those things, then that's essentially just dead weight that we're carrying around that's actually weighing down our energy and making it more difficult for us to manifest and making us more tired in general as well. And so it talks about cutting loose all the goals, all the aspirations, all these things that you're wanting to manifest that you're not putting any energy or intention towards, and kind of like zeroing in on the things that you do that are most important to you. And so I think that's kind of the idea with these 5 things. Don't worry about anything else. You can have other things that you're working towards, but make that the focus. And then, like we talked about in that new moon video, make a list of those 5 major things that you want to experience, manifest, accomplish, whatever, in 2023, and then list out the different resources you have that can help you and some of the action steps that you can take. That's a lot of this Capricorn season energy, is that energy of really getting into it, taking those actions, having that plan and following through. Remember, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So this is a Saturnian season. We're really being asked to fine tune, to kind of look at all of our responsibilities. Like we said, remove the dead weight and then move forward with the things that we want and really commit to those and commit to doing whatever it takes in order to realize our dreams. And yes, of course, that Jupiter energy is all about assisting us. And as we move through the Mercury retrograde, and the Mercury began retrograding, as we said, stationed retrograde on the 29th, and which actually conjunct Venus, which is interesting. And the Mercury retrograde will complete when Mercury stations direct on January 18th. So just 2 days before Aquarius season begins. And then, of course, we will have the post-shadow period, which I didn't write down for you guys. But we got the gist of it right there. So that Mercury retrograde in Capricorn is really helping us to tie up any loose ends. It's really helping us to go back, to revise, to look at what's working, to look at what hasn't been working. It's perfect to have this at the end of the year because it is like a recap and a review of 2022 and really the past in general. We don't have to cap it off just at 2022. But however far back we want to feel into this energy, to really review, it's a very 7 of Pentacles kind of energy. To look at things, to review them, to see, okay, what can I shift? What can I change? What worked well? What did not? What do I actually want? And do my actions reflect that? Right? Am I moving toward those things? Am I taking the correct actions? That's what this Mercury retrograde wants us to understand. Am I taking the correct actions towards the things that I want to achieve? And something that's coming through now regarding the Mercury retrograde in Capricorn is that it's really about developing mental discipline. Remember, Capricorn ruled by Saturn. Discipline is a big boundaries, discipline, responsibility. These sound like heavy things, right? But they're actually really beautiful things because when we employ these things, when we know how to work with these things, and we create a structure in our reality that assists us in moving forward and being effective in the world. And so this Mercury retrograde in Capricorn wants us to learn how to develop mental discipline and how to really work with that mental discipline. So this means not allowing our thoughts to run amok with us. It means channeling our mental energy in a productive way, right? Really being streamlined in our energy. When we find ourselves thinking about what we don't want, we move that. What's the word I'm looking for here? Mercury retrograde. No matter what sign it's in, it can cause a little bit of tongue-tiedness, right? But you guys know what I'm saying. When you start doing that, stop, rewind, bring yourself back to your center and kind of refocus your thoughts. All right. This Mercury retrograde wants us to make sure we're not wasting time worrying about the future, that we're not wasting time in these mental loops. It wants us to really identify and discard those. It also wants to make sure we're not spending too much time in the past, right? We don't live there anymore. We are in this now moment, and that is the only moment that we can create from. So it's really about building that mental discipline, that mental fortitude, and strengthening those mental muscles. Because as we know, our reality is a reflection of our thoughts and our mind energy, as well as our subconscious beliefs, like we talk about, of course. So it's like really fine-tuning all of that, developing that mental discipline. that allows us to be more disciplined in our everyday lives as well. All right, I'm going to check in on the comments here. Ooh, yes, embodying the Empress and the High Priestess. That's a powerful duo right there. Hello, Cookies Mama. Welcome. Yeah, so that's the energy we're working with as we move through this Mercury retrograde. And of course, as we become more disciplined in our minds, we become more effective in our actions. This is another pathway back to the self, which is what this energy is all about. As we move out of Capricorn season, we will move into Aquarius season on the 20th of this month. And that is, of course, an energy of individuality as well, of authenticity. Integrity and authenticity are major energies that we're working with, and we're being asked to cultivate. We're being asked to live in integrity and to live in authenticity and to have the courage to do so and to continue building that courage. All right, what else do we want to read as far as what we have going on for energies this month? We did have, and I didn't actually mention this in the new moon video. It escaped my focus somehow, but Chiron stationed direct in the sign of Aries on the 23rd during that new moon. So Chiron is now direct. This is giving us another big boost when it comes to the healing that we've been doing around these wounds relating to our masculine energy, relating to our ability to be effective in the world, to assert our will, to know thyself once again. That's what this January, if we can sum up the energy in one word, well, actually, this would be 3 words. Know thyself. That's what we're being asked to do, to know thyself and to act in accordance. Act in accordance with your own truth. So we have just a real, this Chiron stationing direct, especially on the new moon, right around the winter solstice, in those powerful energies, really is a huge turning point in that healing journey, in that learning to work with our masculine energy. As we move through this Capricorn season, as we move through this 1-1 portal and these January energies, there's a lot to do with working with our masculine energy, really learning how to direct that in a positive and beneficial way as we move forward. Let's see. So we have that whatever part of our healing journey we've been in around those Chiron energies, around those Aries energies and our masculine energy, that new moon, that Chiron stationing direct again was a huge turning point for that. And so some people may have felt that more profoundly than others. I know there's quite a few people on this channel who have their Chiron in Aries in their natal charts. And so you guys were definitely feeling this energy. You may have felt more empowered. You may have felt some of those wounds really coming to the surface even, right? This energy can affect us in a lot of different ways, but there's something new that you have is what I'm feeling. There's a new tool. There's something that a way of working through this energy that you have that you didn't have before. And if you don't know what that is, meditate on that. Put some thought into that. You have another tool in your toolbox. So if those energies, if it felt more like those wounds were rearing their ugly head again, how can you react differently? What new healing tools do you have in your toolbox that you are able to use? And this Jupiter and Aries season for some people may be about finding and developing some of those tools. So we have Venus entering Aquarius on January 2nd. So this is being filmed on January 1st. So tomorrow we have Venus entering the sign of Aquarius. And Venus was conjunct Pluto on New Year's Eve. So we're still feeling that energy of Venus within the realm of Pluto, right? That them doing their beautiful dance. And so this is where we have radical transformations when it comes to self-love. For some people, when it comes to finances and money, the way that we work with the energy of abundance, relationships as well. All of these Venusian energies are undergoing a regeneration and a transformation as Venus meets Pluto, and then moves into the sign of Aquarius. And so this is where Venus is now really bold. Venus has received this transformation. This is our feminine energy, right? And now we're stepping into that feminine power, into our individuality. This is where I feel a lot of people are getting to a point where in their relationships, we're beginning to realize which relationships allow us to be who we truly are and which hinder our expression of self. And this energy, remember, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Aquarius is one of those signs that demands to be free. All right, very much like Aries, we have a lot of this Aries energy going on. Capricorn as well, with these Capricornian energies. Capricorn is a very independent energy. All right, so Venus wants to be recognized and appreciated for exactly who she is, and she is not going to abide anybody trying to force her to be something or someone other than who she is. So there's a real powerful dance of self-love that we have going on, and this authentic expression of this rebellious expression, if you will, of our feminine energies. So both our feminine and our masculine energies getting a huge upgrade as we move through this beginning of January. We have a full moon in Cancer on January 6th, and we'll talk about that more as we come up to it, right? But this is Cancer full moons are all, once again, about this energy of emotional regeneration, emotional discharge, I'm hearing, and recharge. And so expect that to be an intense one. A lot of powerful psychic energy I'm feeling around that full moon as well. Then we have Mars going direct on January 12th and Juno entering Aries on January 13th. So Mars stationing direct in the sign of Gemini on January 12th. That feels like a big energy too. That Mars retrograde, if you guys haven't checked out that video, there was a video specifically on the Mars retrograde energies because they were so powerful. And that really works right in as we're working with this energy of the Mercury retrograde. Right? This Mercury retrograde, all about that energy of developing mental discipline. And the Mars and Gemini energy is very much about that as well. Those of you who've seen that video will recall what we're working with that Mars and Gemini energy is understanding the relationship between our thoughts and our actions, and how it is that our thoughts and beliefs impact the way that we are actually able to be effective in our physical world. So a lot of really empowering energy there. And Mercury, as we said, will station direct on January 18th. So just a few days after Mars stations direct. And we're going to get more into Aquarius season and the energies of that as Aquarius season arrives. And I want to wish a happy birthday to all of my beautiful Capricorns out there. I have a lot of close friends who are Capricorns. I absolutely love Capricorn energy. Anyone who's just popping in, go ahead and hit that like button. All right, I was going to use the Golden Universal, but I'm feeling like clear. The Starseer Tarot wants to come out and play. So we're going to get some energy for this 1-1 portal. And these this first half of January here from the Starseers Tarot. What messages, what guidance wants to come through for us? Yeah, this energy of reclaiming the self is so powerful and so beautiful. All right. First two cards out, interesting. We have the Moon and the Three of Cups. So right away, I'm feeling this in relation to the Cancer full moon that we were talking about. Notice that is a full moon there. And we've got the two wolves. And we know that and understand the symbology of the two wolves, right, as the two sides of self. The energy of duality, but it's like two sides at war within the self is what it feels like to me. I feel like there's going to be a lot of healing coming in for everyone, or for many. I don't want to say, everyone. That's kind of obviously everyone's experience isn't going to be the same, but I feel like there is going to be healing where people have felt isolated. This feels like a healing from the energy of isolation, right? The Three of Cups, you see there's like sisterhood in this card. And it is also reminding me of the Pleiades, right? The 7 sisters, even though there's 3 sisters here. But see, there's a constellation overhead as well. So some people, perhaps soul family, star family. But this is like people who have been on a very isolated journey, feeling that sense of community again, having healing in relationships, and beginning to feel a part of the world once more. And I'm going to share this analogy because even though it was specific to a situation I was going through, I feel like the energy of it, a lot of us will be able to relate to. And so when I was pregnant, I was at a midwife's appointment, and there was a woman there who had already had a baby. And this is what this card's reminding me of. She told me that those early months of motherhood, essentially, it feels like you're underwater, and you can see life going on around you. You can kind of faintly hear the chatter, but you feel completely apart from it all. And it does feel like you're drowning. But she said, eventually you come up from air, you break the surface again. And that's what this feels like for a lot of us. Whether that's I know like that's a very specific situation. Like that is exactly what I've been experiencing this year. Right. But I think for all of us in one way or another, this is what life has felt like to some degree. Right. A lot of us, we've been going through dark nights of the souls, another level of our awakening, right? As another level of pretense has been stripped away, another level of our identity has been lost. And so we felt like we were underwater, watching life going on all around us, but feeling unable to fully participate. For whatever reason, whatever has called us away from the world, we've been on this journey of the hermit in one way or another. And we're coming back into community. We're coming back into a sense of connection with the world around us. And I feel this really kicking off for people. I feel like there's going to be a purge of energies around the Cancer full moon, and then around the beginning of Aquarius season, which is, of course, about the energy of community, which is interesting because Aquarius, the sign of Aquarius are not necessarily, Aquarians can be the lone wolf very much as well. But the sign and the energy of Aquarius season, they can also be very community oriented. And there is that energy of community there. Hello, Eve. So I really feel that reconnection happening. It's like the reconnection to the self happens first. That's what we're experiencing right now with this 1-1. And then the reconnection to others follows that as we move deeper into the month. Yeah, it has been, Ty. Absolutely. And yeah, for some people, like I said, it's like the two aspects of yourself kind of fighting against one another as well. And so it's like, which wolf is going to win? And I feel like there's been, and that goes back to that fable. And hello, Solomon. Welcome, brother. That goes back to that fable. And I can't exactly remember word for word, of course, how it's said. But essentially, it's this idea that we have, this little boy is asking his grandfather, or the grandfather is telling the little boy, we all have two wolves that live inside of us, right? One essentially representing the darker aspects of our nature, our shadow, and one representing the lighter aspects of our nature. Or in this analogy, we're going to go with one that's our self-destructive habits and one that is the more positive and beneficial habits, right? And these wolves are always at war within us. And so the little boy says, well, which wolf wins? And the grandfather says, the wolf that you feed. And so it's like right now, we are really looking at which wolf have I been feeding? And if we've been feeding the wrong wolf, we have an opportunity to do it differently. I also feel for some people, there's been like two opposing courses of action or two aspects, like the old versus the new, that have been sort of battling it out. You've been weighing the pros and cons. You've been having trouble. It's like rectifying and coming together, bringing these two energies together, or releasing the old in favor of the new. There's just something with two opposing forces battling within the self. But I feel an opportunity for clearing around that energy and healing around that energy with the Cancer full moon. All right, what else here? What else for 1/1 portal? Capricorn season. Beginning of January or entirety of January, maybe. All right. So we have the 9 of Cups here. With the King of Pentacles in reverse, the 7 of Swords, and then the 10 of Cups. And so I feel like this message right here is saying, and this is either something that has already happened or is going to be happening for someone watching this or for some of us. And it's this energy of feeling as though all of your wishes had come true. I feel almost like somebody who offered you something, whether this was a lover, a partner, a benefactor, somebody who offered to help you out in some capacity, or that you thought you had a certain connection with, and it was like meeting them and what they represented or offered, or you felt they were offering you, or they said they were offering you, was like the fulfillment of all your wishes and dreams. But it wasn't quite what it seemed. And so if somebody has been going through that, where you feel kind of like you've been hoodwinked by somebody, or somebody's let you down, it may not even, I'm feeling for a lot of people, it's not even like a malicious energy here. It's just somebody promised more than they could give. And they weren't able to follow through. But there's still a beautiful ending here. All right. So it's like, this is a reminder for somebody of like, don't allow a temporary setback, or don't allow a betrayal or a disappointment to make you think that you can't have what you deserve, that you can't be happy, because happiness is yours, right? It's like, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater kind of an energy. Don't allow, this is where we sometimes fall into that all or nothing kind of thinking, right? Oh, well, this person did this, so that therefore that's what's always going to happen to me. And these are belief systems, right? Subconsciously, these are the kinds of belief systems that create, I guess we would say, like an unpalatable reality. But here it's like, don't fall into that all or nothing thinking. And I'm also feeling there's another message coming through with this here. Especially if there's something with a family here. Your family will be taken care of. Your family it's like somebody's family coming back together is kind of what I feel like here. Somebody wanted their family to come back together. And maybe you thought you had found somebody who was going to play that role for you, or maybe somebody was coming back in like the mother or father of your children or something like that, and it didn't really it didn't pan out, and it was like yet another disappointment. This is saying, don't give up hope. Don't give up hope, because it could still happen for you. And if this situation doesn't come to pass, there is still ultimately a happy resolution. Whether with that specific kind of arrangement of family or not, there's still a positive and beneficial resolution here. Yeah. Ultimately, you're going to be happy. You're going to be happy. Your family's going to be taken care of. I see 2 children here, though. I see 2 children. I feel like, I don't know, that's significant, whether that means that you have 2 children, or perhaps you have one and there's going to be another, whether yours biologically or another coming in. Interesting. Yeah. But they're playing, they're happy, and you're very content. Hello, Angela. Happy New Year, beautiful. Humans are humans, absolutely. There's another message here too. Somebody who's seeking fulfillment and happiness. And this is for all of us, I think. We're being asked, and this is very, as we move into Aquarius season, right? This is very aligned with that energy. We're saying that the way to go about getting it is maybe different than what we had thought before. We're being asked to do things differently. As a result of doing things differently, approaching situations differently, we're going to get the result that we want. We're going to go from the 9 of Cups to the 10 of Cups, right? We start at the 9 here. We end at the 10 with this in the middle. And I think what this is, part of what this is saying too, is don't focus so much on the material. If you're looking for happiness and fulfillment right now, you have too many cookies, mama. Hello, Heart Rhythm Healing. Welcome. If you're looking for true and ultimate fulfillment, and you may be looking for financial abundance as well, but if you're looking purely in the physical world, you're going to miss it, because it's actually in the spiritual that's found. When you find fulfillment emotionally and spiritually, that's what turns it on and brings the abundance in the material world as well. So it's like you're looking in the wrong place. Start looking and start applying your energy in a different place. Just got 1111 inked. Very nice. Excited. Welcome. Oh, you have the same wall art. That's beautiful. Oh, I missed you too, Heart Rhythm Healing. I missed all of you. So yeah, dare to do things differently. Don't focus on the material. All right? Focus on fulfillment in all aspects of your being. This is also the energy of like, don't focus on what's right in front of you. Focus on what's in your heart. Focus on what you truly desire. Don't focus, like when we're talking about manifesting and creating, right? Don't focus on the how. Focus on the what and the why. Somebody's focused too much on the how. And they're really looking, and of course, Capricorn season, it makes sense. They're looking in the physical world. And you're allowing yourself to be limited by just what you see around you. Yes, the energy and the directive here is to take stock of what we have around us, take stock of our resources and the actions that we can take. But don't limit yourself thinking that's all that's available to you. What happens is when we take stock of what we already have, more, that brings in the energy of more, and more is brought into our reality. Hello, Care. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I was definitely feeling this portal back to self energy. I did my nails for the first time since at some point during my pregnancy. My nail beds were such a mess. My fingers hurt so bad that I couldn't do them anymore. You know, put on the leopard print, all the things. Do what makes you feel like you. Do what makes you feel good. Really embrace this energy, this portal back to self energy in whatever way feels right for you. Hello, Stanley. Yes. My universe takes care of me. I have everything I need. Exactly. And as Pete likes to say, I'm waking up. I am now on my highest and most beneficial timeline, or something like that. Excited. Email me if you'd like a reading. I will in the future do like a donations reading live stream. I absolutely am. I'm setting my plans in motion right now for the ways that I can really get back to these other aspects of me and the things that I love, including connecting with you guys more, taking clients again. That is looking very good for 2023. Anyone who is on my wait list right now, I am going to be emailing people. I have a couple regular, consistent dates a week that I'm going to be adding to my calendar. And then as we move a little bit deeper into 2023, I'm going to be really opening my schedule up. So I will start making time as well to do some donations for people who just have a simple question. But if you would like a full length reading, excited, please email me. My email's in the description box below. Hello, Stevie. Welcome. 3 are adults. Yes. Oh, yes. That's the sweet age right there. I keep telling everyone and this is like the opposite of what most people want, right? But I'm like, when my son's a teenager, it's going to be great. We're going to get along wonderfully. It's all going to be great. He just, he needs to get to that point, but he's awesome. He's the sweetest child. All right. Any other energies for 1/1 portal? January, we have the Six of Pentacles coming out. Receiving, I thought, was immediately when I saw this card. Excuse me, everyone. Receiving. Be open to receive. I am open to, or I accept, whichever feels better to you, all of the abundance coming into my life. I am open to receive. It can be that simple. That's what Spirit wants us to make it even more simple. I am open to receive. All right, because it is that energy of what you've put out wanting to come back around. Blessings, opportunities. I feel like for somebody, it's like the universe wants to gift you with something. Not even necessarily. And yes, hello, Lindsay. Yes, this season is all about us working for the things that we have, right? Being willing and ready to put in the work. However, it's almost like the simple act of doing that opens the door so that the universe can just gift you something. Something that you have put in the energy, right? You've put in you've put the energy out there. But it's like it feels like a gift. It feels like a gift. It's really beautiful. And I think it's interesting, right? We have the orange pentacle here. The King of Pentacles is holding, right? And this card was inverted. And now we have that same pentacle right here. And it's preparing to be dropped into this person's hand. So once again, it's like you thought you had to exert all this energy in the world, right, in order to have what you wanted. But really, it's just about becoming receptive because it was already on its way. This is like something that you've earned coming at just the right time. This is also goodwill. So some people, you may be the recipient of goodwill. We have the Six of Wands coming out. So we got 6 energy. We got 2 6 energies. And we are actually in a 7 year now, 2023. 2022 was a 6 year numerologically. 2023 is a 7 year. It's a very spiritually auspicious number, the number 7. There's going to be some powerful, powerful activations for people, I feel, this year. A lot of people really stepping into a deeper relationship with their own spirit. But here we got a 6-6 energy. 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands. So it's like if you have needed, this is especially relevant, I think, like somebody getting a helping hand when it comes to being recognized. So this is like instant fame. This is like somebody coming into your life that is going to, and this is why when we talked about before this energy of like the person that we thought was going to come through and help us and they didn't, right? And feeling let down or disappointed. It's like, I almost feel like the reason we need to not take that to heart is because there is actually someone coming through who is going to be that helping hand. But it's like, first you have to come to realize that you don't actually need that, right? That you have everything you need within yourself. And then it's like somebody does come through who recognizes you, or the universe itself comes through and opens doors, right? I feel this energy of like where there were windows, now there were doors. And what that means, or the feeling that I'm getting from that, hey, Pete, welcome, is that what do you do with a window? You look out at something. But unless that window is on the first floor, you're not or there's a fire escape, you're not generally exiting out that window, right? A window is to look outside or to look in, to look out or to look in. A door is what allows you to move in or out. All right, so windows become doors. Yeah, something, whether this is just a windfall from the universe, or this is like rebounding from disappointment and then continuing to be open-minded and having somebody else come in that really assists you. Something that really catapults somebody into the spotlight. Great achievement this year. But there's this energy too of, it's like, what you do is giving. You give, and so you're receiving back. Like whatever it is that you do, you help others, you put that energy out there, and you're receiving that same help in a different form. And it's like the reward for the good karma that you put out. But it all comes also, this recognition, especially when we're talking about like fame or like being in the spotlight or being recognized. This comes from, like we said, the Seven of Swords energy. This can also represent doing things a different way. It doesn't always represent sneakiness and betrayal and all of that energy. It's doing things differently. When you have the courage to do things differently and be authentically you, that's also what allows this opening to happen. There's something you do that nobody else can do. And the reason nobody else can do it is because they can't do it like you. Of course they can't do it like you. They're not you. Only you can do it the way that you can do it. This is also like perseverance and not losing hope. Being rewarded for perseverance and not losing hope. Hi, Wolf Mother. Oh, 7's your soul number and personality number. Oh, I love that. I don't remember all of my numbers. I know my life path number is a 1. I'm not sure what all the others are. All right, just checking these for a minute. For a decade, I forgot the bathroom had a door. Cookies Mama. Yeah, Cookies Mama. Luckily, I'm not shy when it comes to that. Like they say, you'll never pee alone once you have a child. Like if he's in there while I'm peeing, that's totally fine. That hardly bothers me at all. So that part won't be so much of an adjustment. All right, so we got the 10 of Wands coming out here. Tell us some more about the 10 of Wands. Right away, it's putting the burdens down. Some people, it's moving. But I'm also feeling this Magician and the Fool. Doesn't get much better than that. All right. And the Tower on the bottom of the deck. All right. Now we got the Major Arcana coming out here. But this to me feels like she already climbed the mountain. And now she's come down the other side. This is us walking away from all that doesn't serve us. This is literally, like I said, some people moving. You're leaving a relationship. You're leaving a place that you've been for a while where you just feel like you can't. For someone, I feel like you've lived this place your entire life. And you just can't be who you truly are. You feel like you're unable. You feel, I won't say you can't be, because we can always, right? But you feel as though you're unable to be who you truly are and truly shine in the environment that you are. Right, Eve? They are. So you're leaving, you're moving forward. I'm also getting this energy here. This is like somebody who's being emancipated, or this is part of your story. You were emancipated when you were younger. And you left home very young. And it's been a really long road. It's been a long journey for you. And this is where this community energy comes in again, right? Because it's like you've been on your own for a really long time. You've become really good at being self-sufficient. But it's like you haven't let anybody in, and you haven't let people help you, right? When we are really independent from a really young age, when we grow up really fast, when we have to be self-sustaining, sometimes it is really scary to let somebody in, to let somebody help, because we've been doing it on our own for so long that what if I let you in and I allow you to start helping me, and then all of a sudden I get used to that help and you're not there anymore? What if you let me down? What if I become weaker because I'm not having to take care of myself anymore and I forget how to do it, right? There's all these different energies. So somebody's been very much a lone wolf for a really long time, and you're being invited to have a new beginning as well, and to find a sense of community. And you're finally, I feel like for somebody who's been traveling for a really long time, it's like 2023 is the year that you finally are able to set down roots, because you find somewhere that feels like home. And part of that is because you really start learning, you're finding the home within yourself, which allows you to find a home in your outer world. But I feel like for also, it's just this energy of nowhere quite fit or resonated. And it's because nowhere that you've traveled yet was where you were meant to be. Ultimately, you are meant to be there for the time that you are meant to be there, but it wasn't the ultimate stop. And of course, there is no ultimate stop. You'll still continue to move around and experience different things, but like you're really finding a place where you can set down roots, where you feel like you belong. There's so much energy in this reading about finally feeling like we belong. And like we said, it's because we found the home, we found the belonging within self first. Oh, wow, cookies, mommy. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a powerful energy there. This energy, this person is very powerful. 9 years is my eldest. Are we talking about children here? Is that? Oh, you're talking to Cookie. Okay. I saw the K for some reason. My name starts with a K, Kassia. So I thought you were talking to me. I was like, no. Yeah, no, Cookie. That's, yeah. If this is, I mean, that resonates, and that feels like your energy that's coming through. It's very powerful. That's a lot to experience at such a young age, but it really made you strong. But now it's about learning how to let people in. It's about a fresh start here. Because I'm feeling, when you see this card here, I'm feeling like this represents baggage too. Yeah, Wolf Mother, you're relating as well to that energy. Yeah. It feels like there's baggage that someone's been carrying around as well. And there's some level of baggage that you're finally able to let go too. You're finally able to unpack and discard. You don't have to carry it around with you anymore. There's a fresh start here. That's where the Fool comes in. The Fool and the Magician. You're creating this fresh start. And it's this energy of, for somebody, there's an energy of burning it all down so that it can rebuild. Hello, Joni's Soul Journey. Greetings. A karate prodigy. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Everyone who's resonating with this energy here, this is a powerful new start for you this year. It's a powerful reset. There's a powerful sense of connection, of community, of coming home. and really stepping into this understanding. And for many, the Fool represents Aries energy here. I feel the Fool for Aries I like that for Aries much better than the Emperor. To me, the Emperor feels more like Capricorn energy. I relate the Emperor to Capricorn. And I definitely feel the Fool for Aries, right? That fresh, new energy, right? The very beginning, that 0 point. The 0 and the 1 here, right? We've been talking about, if you guys watch the new moon in Capricorn video, we're talking about the 0 degrees and the 1 degree points. All right. Jupiter at 0 degrees, moving to 1 degrees of Aries, that new moon at 1 degrees of Capricorn. All right. These are big, big energies, you guys. But there's an element of trust that's necessary here. Everybody this month, there's a deeper sense of trust, learning to trust yourself more, learning to trust others again, learning to trust the universe, to trust spirit, to have your back. Trustful. That's the energy here. Yeah, even with the 5 of Swords coming out here, all I'm looking at is this guy who looks so free dancing in the background. It's like all those fears and anxieties, finally being able to let those go. All right, I think 2 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. We're not going to get into all of that because I want to pull a couple Keepers of the Light cards here. And then we'll pull 1 activation card for the 1/1 portal energy. Clear this portal back to self. All right, what messages do we have regarding the 1/1 portal and the energies of January for everybody watching right now from the Keepers of the Light? What messages? All systems go. I like that. Yeah, this energy of community, I'm really excited. I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about that for people. Or it's even like just this energy of feeling like we're part of the world again. Right? That energy of reconnection. Coming out of isolation. Coming out of the cave. All right. Ooh, oh God, yes. Oh, this is good stuff, you guys. Okay. So we have Isis, Magic Manifesting, coming out with Almoria, Awakening Presence. So this is the awakening of your I am presence. And from that place, all things are possible. We have the Holy Spirit, expect miracles on the bottom of the deck. And underneath that, Lord Ganesha, infinite abundance. I'm telling you guys, this energy of the gift, something being delivered to you. Something miraculous, all right? Definitely coming through. Somebody, I feel like somebody's really getting like a monetary gift, I honestly have to say. But for a lot of us, this is about fulfillment. This is about some type of abundance that begins in the spiritual first. Or that you've been living abundantly in the spiritual, but now coming through into the physical. But yes, awakening the I am presence. And I'm feeling this energy with the dreams too. It says your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. So this is that mental discipline that we're talking about with that Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. But this is also like for some people, really pay attention to your dreams. I know I've been having crazy dreams. And even more than just like, I was never a big dreamer, so I've been dreaming a lot lately, which is really interesting for me. I know a lot of people have been having a very active dream time lately. So there's something with like the literal dreaming. Like there's something like there's a way that some of you watching this can actually manifest in your dream state, and it's going to be more powerful than when you even do it when you're awake. Or somebody is beginning to have prophetic dreams. I definitely feel that for somebody. Like your dreams are starting to come true. You're starting to dream about things before they happen. But what Spirit wants you to know, if somebody's relating to this and you've been noticing that your dreams have been tending to come true, like you dream about something and then you witness it in your reality. If you're starting to get worried about that, like, oh my God, I dreamt about such and such and I don't want that to happen, right? Like worrying about, just understand that what you're dreaming is a potential timeline, but there are lots of other potential timelines too. So just because you dream that something's going to happen, if it's something that you deem bad, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to come to pass exactly how you dream it every single time. That timeline can be altered. So don't, I always wanted to say, don't lose sleep over it. Don't allow yourself to get too upset by it. I feel like some people, it's almost like in your dream time, you're being given the opportunity to sort of peek into different timelines and different possibilities. So you may dream of yourself in a different timeline, like another version of your own reality. You might dream about different timelines for humanity. And it's like one night you might have one dream and then you have a different one. And like at some point, I feel like you're going to be able to start lucid dreaming and kind of like connecting the dots or navigating between these timelines with more, what's the word that I'm looking for here? Accuracy, yes, but like intention. And you're going to be able to see, it's kind of like what it's making me think of is like those looking glass through the looking glass experiments, where it was the CIA did these experiments where they were able to kind of like peer through time into different timelines. I feel like that's something that you're beginning to do. But just know that those timelines that you're seeing can be altered. Not everything has to come to pass the way that you see it. But you may be given information that's going to assist in like a different timeline being created. But you can weave and create that in your dream time too, or in your meditation time. You don't have to even necessarily physically go out and do anything about it, I don't think. Sometimes like you might be called to do something physically, to shift a timeline or something like that. But I feel like it's more about the witnessing of it and the knowledge that you're being given. I feel like some of you might be going backwards too, seeing like old timelines, old storylines, like back to Atlantis, say, or these different times where you see how different things happened, to help you bring forth information that can help to bring through a different timeline. Yeah. Yes, ultimately, eventually you can. I think you're just learning, Eve. I think you're just learning now. And in time, those skills will continue to develop. So work with them. Work with the energy of lucid dreaming. And wear a cloak of protection and love. Make sure that you are working with your Merkaba. Look into the energy of the Merkaba, Eve, and anyone else who's relating to this. And make sure that you are taking the necessary precautions during your astral travels. Call in. Try to remember, if nothing else, in your dream time, when you realize that you are traveling, call in your Merkaba, imagine it around you. This isn't the Merkaba, this is the Metatron's cube. That's the Merkaba. You would be in the center here. All right. Call that around you. Call in the protection of the one true creator. Place that cloak of love. Imagine like a cloak or a suit of armor that you're putting on. But this is also just a reminder that our dreams, our visions, our hopes, they are becoming a reality. So stay focused on what we want. All right. Have those clear-cut intentions, be moving toward them all the time. I know for me personally, hello, Henry, welcome. Hello, Nora, beautiful, welcome. Hello, Tara. I've been working through a lot of different things, finding different ways to cope with, I don't know if I necessarily want to call it postpartum depression, but definitely a lack of motivation, which I don't think the lack of sleep is really helping. It's been a lot of, I've been working through a lot of energies myself. And I decided that even if I don't feel like doing things, I'm going to set a schedule of things that I have to do every single day, just to get my body moving, just to get me going. All right. Because it's that energy, it's creating that momentum. So it's like having that routine, having those things that you do every day, because they ultimately benefit you and make you feel good in the long term, even if you maybe don't feel like doing them in the moment. All right. Exercise is a really great example of that, right? Setting that time every day to do these things that are important for you. Stay focused on your goals, even if you have to just force yourself to put one foot in front of the other some days. Yes, Spirit is guiding miracles in your life. Allow Spirit to work in your life. Yeah, somebody is really, this is just like Spirit coming through and just clearing the way for somebody. And really, like I said, that energy of the gift just keeps coming through again and again. But it's like we don't have to do anything except focus on our spiritual path. Focus on feeling that fulfillment, on taking those divinely inspired actions clear. And Spirit is going to, everything else is going to happen. It's going to be like magic. All right. Oh, I love this. This is great. Considering the theme of the live stream and the 1-1 portal, the portal back to self. Bridget, inner strength, move back to wholeness, recognize that you have the power. So if you want assistance, and she is a beautiful, fiery, red-haired goddess of fertility and springtime and all the like, right? If you need assistance coming back to self, clear, call on Bridget to help you. All right, we're going to do one activation card to close out this reading today for the 1-1 portal, January energies. Clear. Give us an activation card. 1-1 portal, January energies. Closing card. Yeah, remote viewing, absolutely as well. A lot of people beginning to tap into that gift. All right. So we have Soul Star activation coming through with Seraphim's Gateway, which is voice activation and angelic attunement. So high frequency activations coming through with this 1-1 energy, this January energy here. Remembering who you are. I love it. And look, what do we have on this card? A Merkaba. So that energy definitely reinforcing the importance of that. Fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. Really remembering, it's like coming into a deeper understanding of our purpose at this time. What our soul came here to do and who our soul came here to do it with. I think that's a really important aspect of this for many people right now. This is also a reminder. Spirit wants to let you know, if you've been questioning yourself, you are right on track. You are fulfilling the contracts that you came here to fulfill. You are doing what your soul intended, and you are doing it beautifully. So keep going. Keep going, angel, earth angel. That's what I wanted to say there. A lot of people receiving help from the angelic realms, and also receiving, becoming more attuned to angelic energies, so they can work through you, with you, and through you. Some people really deepening your, if you work with light language, I feel activations for that, really opening you up to be an even more powerful vessel for that energy. Your voice becoming more powerful and more activating in general. A huge influx of light in the throat chakra is what I'm seeing right now. And a lot of memories. It's like, you know how we talk about, we come to this planet, we forget everything, right? It's like our memories are wiped. We've been remembering more and more, and I feel like there's a major remembrance for some through this month of January. Really, when we talk about back to self, we're talking about the true essence of ourselves. And somebody's getting a much clearer picture of more of the fullness of who you are, your true soul essence. That is being activated to a much deeper level. And I feel like somebody who this is activating for, you have angelic DNA, right? You come from angelic realms as well. That aspect of you is activating. Your voice is, I literally see like beams of light coming out from your throat, emanating from your voice. Yeah, just really, really powerful activations as we step more into, call in more of this powerful multidimensional facets and aspects of who we are. There's a lot of divine support pouring in for us during this time. A lot of divine support and protection. Hello, Rosie. Yes, I've been right there with you. Welcome. I'm sending blessings to you. I was telling everyone at the beginning of this, my family had COVID over the holidays, and I was still rebounding from another cold. Part of my focus for 2023, one of my 5 things, is definitely improving my health and immunity, vitality. That's at the top of my list, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys as I go through 2023 some of the things that I'm doing and how they're helping with that. Yeah, definitely being activated, cleansed, and purging that energy for the new year. That's how we looked at it over here, Rosie. A final purge. Stargate heart on the bottom of the deck here. So there's a heart chakra and a soul star chakra and a throat chakra. A lot of these higher chakras still really being activated, and that's why we have to make sure that we're grounding. We have to make sure that we're staying rooted in those lower chakras, you guys, because there's so much going on in these higher chakras. And this heart chakra is activating in order to help bring all that energy down and ground that energy and connect all these higher activations with our lower chakras. Yeah. Underneath that. Oh my God. Yes. So we have higher heart activation. Dropping shields, divine love, your heart is healed. So this is about stepping deeper into trust, right? Opening our hearts to people. We got the heart and the higher heart. So a lot of powerful heart activations and openings. And then we have Arcturian light codes, evolutionary downloads, recalling power, future thinking. So once again, and don't you see the similarities in these cards here and all that light coming in? Recalling power, evolutionary downloads, all right? There's a lot of this energy of recalling aspects of our power, different aspects of our DNA being unlocked. And I got to tell you, people watching this, My viewers here, you guys have some really powerful DNA. All right. There is such light within you, and a lot of that light, it's like it's coming online. This is why really stay hydrated, stay grounded, stay rooted. Receive energy work if you can. If you would like to receive energy healing from me, please email me. I'm trying to see if there's anything that I want to read for you guys here to close. I'm really looking into the Seraphim's gateway here. Let's see. The word seraphim means burning ones. For in ancient times, light was associated with fire, as this was the main source of light within homes. These beings of infinite light are essentially divine love that is taking on an angelic form in order to serve the universe. Ooh, interesting. I want to read that again because I feel this is really resonant for a lot of people watching this. These beings of infinite light are essentially divine love that is taking on an angelic form in order to serve the universe. Just like, what are we on here, right? We are beings of infinite light that are essentially divine love, that have taken on human form in order to serve the universe. And many of us herald from these angelic bloodlines. If bloodlines really isn't the right word, because that's a human, right? But you guys know what I mean. When they have appeared physically, they have been described as having 6 wings, and they are known for their heavenly voices. In fact, miraculous planetary shifts are reported to take place when they sing. In the heavenly realms, they sing in constant praise of the Creator. Other angelic presences report to them with regard to their spiritual duty, as it were. It doesn't operate in such a linear way, but this is the best way for us to understand the process. If you have ever woken up hearing your name being sung, the seraphim have visited you. When they come to you, know that you are blessed to be in the presence of angelic beings that emanate directly from the heart of Source. Their voices will help awaken the angelic presence you hold within, so that you can support the expansion of the world. You are blessed to receive the light of the seraphim. Know that these beings of infinite light are singing your name in the heavens to unlock the power of your own voice. Angelic support surrounds you at this time. Know that you are safe, for you are being held by the presence of love. The seraphim are witnessing the glory of your being and activating your angelic qualities. You care deeply about the welfare of the planet and all her beings. In fact, you are hoping to make a great difference in the world. And the reason for this is you are carrying angelic light. Let it shine on the world around you. And I feel like this is also assisting in activating the throat chakra and activating our voice as far as being able to live and speak our truth. Yeah. There's just powerful activations regarding a people's starseed DNA, their angelic DNA specifically. Hello, Brittany. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's so great to have you here. Make sure to go ahead and check out the replay. We are right at the tail end here, but I'm so glad that you were able to join us. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm definitely working with food. That's an aspect of it. Like I said, I'll get into some of the stuff that I'm trying out. There's some energetic things, as well as yes, some diet things and different things like that. Yeah. Call on the seraphim to assist you, Wolf Mother, with the unblocking of your throat chakra. I want to read this Arcturian light codes for people too, because this is going to be resonant. Our starseed DNA and our angelic DNA, as we said, really being unlocked during this portal. Let's see. The Arcturian race are here to help those on Earth who feel called to facilitate healing and to move beyond draconian and patriarchal ways of being. They guide us to realize that we have a great opportunity to evolve beyond these limited states. And if we don't, we'll be stuck on a karmic wheel for thousands of years before we get our next opportunity. If you feel called to the Arcturians or this information, it could indicate a past future incarnation on the Arcturian planet, or that you have Arcturian guides working with you. You can evolve into a greater state of being now. This begins with how you approach even the most mundane of tasks in your own little universe. Show up in ways that you've never showed up before. Instead of checking out of this planet, it's time to check in. Ooh, this is so relevant for all of us, all of my starseeds right now. Instead of checking out of this planet, it's time to check in. And that brings us right back to this energy at the beginning of the reading here. Instead of checking out, it's time to check in. Instead of feeling that life is happening to you, realize that you have a huge part to play. Recall your power. Realize that you are part of the evolution of humanity, and it's time to become the leader you were born to be. It doesn't matter if you're leading yourself or a larger group. The key is to create more loving ways of doing things. Honor the ideas or thoughts that you have been having recently. If you have been hearing high-pitched noises, seeing flickers of light, or sensing that you are being visited by beings in your sleep, know that you are receiving downloads from heaven. Arcturians are with you, as well as the seraphim, as we saw there. All right, you guys, I think that was a perfect way to conclude this reading today. I'm going to move this a little closer so I can read your comments here. Yeah. Oh, no, Rosie. I honestly I've had a couple colds so far this season before we ended up with COVID, and I'll tell you, they were worse. The COVID actually hasn't been as bad as some of the colds that we have going around New England right now. So clear. It's like we said, just cleansing us and purging us. Take really good care of yourself, really hydrate, all the things, and it's just being patient with ourselves in the process. I was pretty frustrated with it, but it is what it is, right? There's not a whole lot we can do except practice acceptance. And like we said, continue to move forward and look at the ways that we can live as healthy a lifestyle as possible. Right. It definitely brought some things into focus in my life. There's a meaning for everything. So it's like, what did that experience teach you? And I've definitely learned a lot this holiday season. Hello, Venom Beautiful. Oh, it's great to see you. We have serious star blessings on the bottom of the deck. Yes, proceed, be seen, push through. All right. So that the yes, proceed. Somebody had a question during this reading. That's the answer for you. Yes, proceed. Keep going. And there's something with the color blue. I read this as blue, and there was something with blue beings, blue ray. Something, whoever asked this question, there may be something, the energy of blue ray star seeds, the blue ray, blue, just the color blue, clear. That may be an additional confirmation that yes, proceed, that answer was specifically for you. Let's see. Yeah. The difficult part for me when it comes to organic foods is I kind of feel like in the United States, there is no such thing because everything here is so polluted. The soil here is so polluted. Even in organic farms, a lot of the time, unless you're fortunate enough to live in a really not densely populated area where there's a lot of uninhabited land, the runoff with the all of the chemicals that are used here, the Monsanto, the whatever they call all that toxic crap that we allow to be used, all the pesticides and the what is that stuff that they use to grow the wheat that's really toxic, all of that stuff. It's honestly, I think that organic, and I could be told, this is just my opinion, all right, in America, I feel as though it's kind of a gimmick to get us to spend more money on stuff that probably isn't a whole lot different from the non-organic stuff. if we live in a small town or a small area outside of the beaten path, like I know some people that live way up north in the state that I live in a very isolated area, their food is probably pretty close to truly being organic. And I do think that there is a difference between like farm raised and when we're talking, grass fed, when we're talking about like, meat and stuff like that. Like, I feel like there are some differences, but I feel like organic to a certain degree, at least in the country that I live. I know there are a lot of other countries that have much stricter regulations and their soil is less polluted than it is here. America really has some of the worst regulations when it comes to what we allow to be put in our soil, our food, our environment. So I do think like trying to eat as healthy as possible. I don't necessarily put a lot of stock in organic, the label organic. But I too try to eat things that I know are good for me, eating more fruits and vegetables, stuff like that, whole grains, all those different things. I pray over my food, right? I Reiki my food. I set that intention that my food is nourishing my body. I did that today and it was actually really powerful. The fruit tasted fresher, right? Everything felt cleaner just from setting that intention that what I put into my body is to nourish it. So having that intention around your food and what you're eating. And then just detoxification. That's why I'm really excited to try that natural clear Shilajit resin. One of the things it does is detoxify, decalcify, and all kinds of other stuff. It's like adding those things that are truly healthy and still pure. Like that stuff's collected from the top of the Alti Mountains. One of the few areas of this earth that is not polluted, right? I mean, everything is to some point because the water rains down. We got a lot of work to do. This planet is miraculous at healing itself, but we have to give it the opportunity to do so, right? Think about what happened during COVID when people weren't going out, when cars weren't driving all over the roads, when factories were shut down. Think about the way the earth rebounded back just in that short period of time during lockdown. Like, it is possible to replenish this planet, but we have to work toward it. You know what I mean? Putting good stuff into your body, eating with intention, cleansing the food that we eat. I mean, that being said, and no offense to anyone with this comment, it's not like I'm saying that we should go out and buy all your produce from Walmart, because it just doesn't matter. I'm not necessarily saying that. I take it with a grain of salt. I try not to buy, produce and meats and stuff like that, places like that. You know what I mean? Like, I would still go to Whole Foods over something like that. Because I do think the quality of the food is different, but I don't think it's as different as we like to think it is, I guess would be what I'm trying to say there. Yes, growing your own food, that is the best way to do it. Do you, Brittany? Oh, that's awesome. I'm so excited to try it. Are you talking about the Shilajit resin? I'm going to let people know how that's going. And if it is, if I'm really feeling results from it, I do have a discount code I can share with people. I did sign up to work with that company. Of course, that's providing I actually feel the effects. I'm never going to come on here and tell anybody that something works great if it doesn't, right? It's all pending my own personal experience. But I am pretty excited about that because I I get offers to work with different companies and stuff all the time. And none of it really resonates with what we do on here. So I'm not going to come on here and talk about cryptocurrency or something that nobody cares about who watches this channel. I mean, maybe some of us do. It is an alternative to the banking system, possibly. I am into cryptocurrency, but I don't know enough about it to try to recommend it. You know what I mean? But that I am excited about. I'm going to be incorporating that into my diet. Eating more fruits and vegetables, more whole grains. I've been doing that for a little while here. I'm going to be working with tuning forks. I just got a sonic slider tuning fork by Biofield, made by Biofield Tuning for Christmas. And I ordered some other parts for that. This should be arriving shortly. I'm also going to be working with this. It's essentially like one of the closest things that we have to a med bed. available to the public right now. And I'll have more information for you guys on what that's called and all the details about that. But I'm going to be trying that out as well. So those are the things that I'm going to be doing to experience better physical health and vitality, energy levels, immunity, all of that stuff in 2023. So I'm going to be documenting that journey. Yeah, sound therapy is so powerful. I'm starting with the sonic slider, and then I'm going to be moving through 528 hertz is another one that I'm going to be getting probably soon, 417. So that's going to be really fun. I've been wanting to get into that and play around with that for a little while too. Exercising, I'm going to be working some more, some yoga, Pilates, just some gentle stuff like that. It's our physical vessel. I think it was Pete that shared something about this the other day, something about the importance of our physical vessel being the bridge between heaven and earth, and just how important it is to take care of that physical vessel. Like the quality of experience we have on this planet is directly proportional in so many ways, right? Remember, mind, body, spirit, to how healthy our mind, our body, and our spirit are. And that body, a lot of us neglect sometimes. I know for me, that tends to be one of the most neglected aspects of my being. So I'm really going to be working with that. And of course, that will shift everything else as well. Oh, I love it. Heart rhythm healing. Yes. I'm so excited I've wanted to learn tuning, biofield tuning for a while. I have my friend Heidi. I talk about Glenn and Heidi a lot. Glenn Jones was a mentor of mine, and Glenn and Heidi's Healing Heart is their YouTube channel. Heidi works with tuning forks, and she does some really profound sessions with them. And ever since she got into them, I've been really intrigued by them. And I think it was right before the pandemic started. I was planning on going to a training to be a practitioner. And everything that's happened since then, I just haven't really gotten into it. It's been one of those things I put off, but I'm going to start by using the sonic slider on myself and just working with the energy of that and moving from there. But yeah, anyone who wants to sign up to go on a journey this year to really achieve and work in concrete ways to achieve that mind, body, spirit balance and connection and health on those levels, and really do this thing. Like, let's all make that commitment together to be on this journey. Yes, you can use it all over your body. And I'm a little upset because I don't have the information, the link to the video that's supposed to come with it that shows you how to use it on your body. But like, I got the gist of it. You place it on different points, right? And then you kind of sweep it toward the heart. Like I got the gist of that anyway. And I'm getting the boot attachment that really disperses it to all your cells that you can kind of just drag over the skin. So I'm looking forward to that coming in the mail. It is the job of the magician to remind things what they were made for. Oh, I like that. Absolutely. Yes, Brittany, beautiful. Brittany's in. So we are going to go, everyone who wants to be on this journey, this mind-body journey, and really with that focus on vitality and the body. And of course, when we focus on the body, we're also focusing on energy because it's all connected, right? Our body is made of energy. And so it's, everyone come up with a list of some of the things that you want to try and add into your life for your own individual healing journey. For me, like I said, the 3 things that I'm going to be working with right off the bat are, and I'm going to get the name of the other thing that I'm doing for you guys. I'm going to have to look it up here. I'm going to be trying the Shilajit resin. Like I said, if I like it, I can hook anyone who's interested in trying it. I can hook you guys up. I already have a discount. Code and a link if anybody wants to try it before I try it. Let me know. I will post that in this video just in case anyone wants to sort of try it along with me. But I'm not going to officially recommend it until I've seen what it's doing for me personally. But I'm doing that. I'm using the tuning forks, working with the tuning forks. The one that I'm working with is from Biofield Tuning. It's called the Sonic Slider. The vibration it's like the 12th harmonic of the the Schumann resonance. The Schumann resonance is so low, they can't actually make a tuning fork that vibrates that low, but it's the 12th harmonic of that. And so it's supposed to be a really powerful frequency. Crystal singing bowls, that's a great one. I love that. And then it's these beds. I'm trying to find the name of what they are. I found out that there is one close to me, so I'm going to be making some pilgrimages to try this out. I shared a video about it in the community tab a while back about the technology. And so they have, let's see, the energy enhancement system technology. And so essentially there are check out the video that I posted in the community tab if you want to learn more about that. But they're like it's like this box that they create around you. It has different light and frequency. And it's essentially like you're in this capsule of light and frequency. And it's supposed to have incredible regenerative and healing effects for your whole body. Oh, that's beautiful, Nora. Yeah. Nora said her small town is developing an organic growers community. And that is beautiful. That's one way that we can actually begin to achieve this eating more healthy and organic, is when we go off into these more secluded areas where we're able to farm and the soil has not been contaminated as much. And I'm sure that there are ways to help decontaminate the soil. I mean, think about it. We're able to decontaminate our own bodies. We're able to chelate heavy metals, all of this different stuff. So there must be a way to heal the soil as well. And so working with those practices, the earth will heal itself if we leave her alone for long enough. All right. But in addition to that, there are things that I'm sure we could do to assist that process. And so these are the ways that we have to start thinking. And it really is like, honestly, I have zero interest in farming. I'll be honest about that. I have zero interest in cooking as well. I'm not into cooking. I'm not into growing the food, not into any of that stuff. I have other talents in other areas where I do excel, you know what I mean? Or where I am passionate about ways that I can offer, things that I can offer in a community setting. But having to do with the food is not one of them. So I'm hoping that one day I can partner with people who are really into that, and we can come together with our own unique abilities and areas of expertise and areas of passion. And it's all about that community coming together. We all have different things to offer. That is not something that I have to offer, but it's so important. I wish that were something. I think if I lived in a less urban area, that's definitely something that I would allow myself to begin to learn more about, whether I liked it or not. And maybe I would be surprised, right? I've never really tried. All I know is that even houseplants don't stay alive around me, let alone trying to grow anything outdoors. Awesome, Brittany. I love it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ty, of course, would know all about this stuff. Ty's quite the green thumb. Building the soil biology regenerates and makes it clean again. Exactly. All right. So there are things that we can do. Growing hemp helps to remineralize the soil. Heart rhythm healing. Yep. See, you guys know. Exactly. Yes. Goodbye, Eve. We'll see you soon. I have fake plants in my home, Jamie. And you know what? That's totally fine. It's really sad too, because I love the energy of plants, and I wish that I could. I mean, I once neglected a cactus to the point that it died. I mean, that's the point. That's the point that I'm at with a lot of stuff. Usually, I was really proud of myself. Over the past 2 years, I did manage to keep an aloe plant alive for like 3 years, and that was a huge victory for me. 2 or 3 years, something like that. My partner, he has a very green thumb, and he brought a bunch of plants over to my apartment when we moved in together, and sadly almost none of those have made it. It's just I'm not saying it's my fault, but I'm not saying it's not either. Hello, Shauna. Oh, yeah. So your first crop got eaten by a beaver. Oh. Oh, in the mountains, they chemtrailed all day long. Yeah. You know, we do what we can. We do what we can, and we fight the good fight, and we all contribute where we can, the knowledge that we have, and a plant hospice worker. Yeah. That's funny. Oh man. I love you guys. You guys are great. All right. I think we're probably going to have to end this live stream because we've been on here for quite a while, but I appreciate you guys so much. You are, oh, thank you. You guys are great. I have so much fun getting on here with you guys. We are going to do more live streams. I always say that, but we will. We will. Everything, it's all coming back around, right? It is the coming back to self, right? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm getting a little bit delirious. I think I need to I need to go lay down. But I appreciate you guys. You're amazing. Have a beautiful 1/1. I will talk to you. Ooh, greenhouse, very nice. I will talk to you all very soon. If you haven't hit that like button yet, make sure to go ahead and hit that like button. And yeah, for anyone who wants to start out from the beginning, trying the Shilajit resin with me, I'll post that link in the description box below. The company that I'm working with also makes Ormus, which is the gold. For anyone who's familiar with Ormus, it's supposed to be to help facilitate the ascension process and the energetics of that and the energy body. I haven't tried any Ormus that I felt very impressed with so far. At some point, I might try theirs, but right now I'm focusing on the Shilajit and what that does. And yeah, let's keep doing our things. Perfect. Yes, I love it. Jamie's got some too. See, you guys are right on it. And working with sound, I think that that's a great thing for any of us. If there's some way, find what resonates most with you. Find something, some way to work with sound and work with light and sound, and we'll see what happens. I'll drop it in the description box below, Wolf Mother, so that way, actually I think I can type it right now. I'm still learning, so I think this is it. I'd never heard the word before. So I'm still learning how to say it and how to spell it. Yes, of course, we're very sensitive to frequency. Yes, light sound. So whether this is singing bowls, whether you guys want to try the tuning forks like I'm trying, something you can work with binaural beats if that's something you haven't done so much. Try something like that. Any of those things. Doing our part to have a cleaner diet in some way, shape, or form, whatever that means for us. And maybe adding anything that you like. Like I said, I'm adding the Shilajit resin, and I will drop a discount code in the description box for anyone who wants to be in the to try the original test drive with me. They have the company that I'm working with. They have the actual resin that you stir into your tea or coffee, and then they also have honey sticks. So they combine it with raw honey. So I'm trying both of those things just to see which one I like best. But something like that, something that you can add that's helpful. That's helpful for you, that you feel like gives you that additional support. A mineral, plant, something like that. Some people there may be a plant that feels good for you to work with right now. Singing, I love that. Yes, singing, and singing's vibrational as well, so that's perfect. Yeah, drumming, music, instruments for the sound healing, the frequency, the vibration. Exactly, you guys. Think outside the box. Whatever feels like it's going to work with you. Let's experiment with some of these things and see how differently we feel. Not just on a physical level, because remember, it's all created. So do we feel better mentally? emotionally, right? Do we feel better spiritually? How is this all connected? And how is focusing on one aspect assisting us in focusing in all aspects? I think it'll be really interesting to see what transpires, and a really great way to start 2023 here. All right. Love you guys. Appreciate you so much. I will talk to you all very soon. And yes, dancing, perfect. Some way to get ourselves moving. That's the other aspect of this. Yes, I'm going to work with the Pilates, a little bit of yoga. Dancing is great. I've been considering hula hooping. What can you do? How can you get your body moving as well? All right. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be supplementing. We're going to be hydrating. We're going to be getting our bodies moving. We're going to be eating good, working with light and sound and vibration. And yeah, this should be fun. This should be a fun little journey together. And we're going to end it at 1 minute 44 or 1 hour 44 minutes, which I think is absolutely perfect. I will talk to you guys very soon. Love you all.